So this is the last topic that I didn't get a chance to review with you. The last topic is to write the equation for a quadratic function in vertex form. The first thing you want to do is write down y equals a x minus h squared plus k. And the values that we're looking for today are your a, your h, and your k, where hk is your vertex. So in example number 1 here, we've been given the vertex as 2, 3. So immediately we can write down hk, label those coordinates, and make our substitution into our formula. And we have y equals a x minus 2 squared plus a negative 3 will simply be minus 3. The next thing you see that we're still missing is the a. So we're going to use this any coordinate aside from the vertex, any coordinate on the graph, label it xy. This one has already been labeled for you as 3, negative 2, but feel free to use another point such as 1, negative 2, or 0, 1, or even 4, 1. Any of those points would be all right to use. So we're going to plug in xy and then solve for a here. Y is negative 2, x is 3, and so now we have to follow our order of operations. Parentheses first, simplify what's in the parentheses, and we'll get 1 squared minus 3. After parentheses, we're going to work with the exponent. 1 squared is 1, so we'll have a negative 2, and we'll have a times 1 minus 3. Next is multiplication, so we'll have negative 2 equals 1a minus 3. And let's go ahead and isolate and solve for a. If we add 3 to both sides, we get a equals 1. Now we can go back and write our final equation in the format of, or vertex form rather, x minus h squared plus k. We have our a value. Our a is 1, so we'll plug in 1. Our h, we'll plug that in. We had a minus 2 squared, and we had minus 3. I'm going to go ahead and box this final answer here. This is the equation for the parabola that passes through the line 3, negative 2, and has a vertex of 2, negative 3. All right, so I'm going to do that one more time for number 2. Our vertex here is 2, 4. That means 2, 4 is our hk. We can go ahead and label this point or even 0, 0 as xy and use that point to help us solve for a. So we'll go ahead and first plug in step 1, plug in hk. So we'll have y equals a, x minus 2 squared plus 4. We're going to use one of those points other than the vertex. I'm choosing 4, 0. 0 for y, and 4 for x. Make those substitutions. And again, order of operations, be really strict on this and take your time. So we have parentheses first. We'll have 2 squared plus 4. Exponents are next. So we'll have 0 equals a times 4 plus 4. Now this is not a 4 plus 4. We'll work on multiplication next. A times 4 is, oops, let me just erase that 0. There we go. This needs a 0 here. A times 4 is 4a. So I'm rearranging it so that the coefficient is written first. Plus 4. And now you can see that it's really not a 4 plus 4. It's 4 times a plus 4. So now we can isolate a. And we'll get negative 4 equals 4a, and divide by 4, and we'll on both sides, and we get negative 1 for a. So let's go ahead and write our equation. Our equation is y equals negative 1, x minus 2 squared plus 4. Go ahead and box this answer up. All right. Rewind the video if you need to go back, if you missed something. I'm going to do one more problem with you, and then I'll post the answer key online for you. You can check over your homework. All right. I'm going to choose one where they don't give you a picture. This section says write an equation in vertex form whose graph has the given vertex, and it specifically tells you it's quadratic, so we know that we can use this formula. If it was linear, think about it, we would be using y equals mx plus b. So this is quadratic. All right. It passes through the given point, it has this vertex, so we can go in and say, all right, well, I can go ahead and label this HK because that's my vertex. This is just a random point, XY, that lies on that line. And so let's start with plugging in HK. So we'll get x minus 2 squared plus 3. We need to solve for A, and this is where we're going to use that second point right there. 7 equals A. 0 minus 2 squared plus 3. Just make some more space here for us so we can focus on this problem. Here we go. Again, order of operations, parentheses first. Work out what's inside the parentheses, 0 minus 2. And then we'll work on exponents next. Negative 2 squared is a positive 4. And then we will multiply a times 4, which is 4a. Let's leave that plus 3. So again, this is not a 4 plus 3. This is an a times 4 and then plus 3. So 4a plus 3. Let's go ahead and isolate a, and we'll get 4 equals 4a, and a equals 1. So our final answer would be values a equals 1, h is 2, and k is 3. And that is it. All right, so that's our final answer here. Please let me know if you have any more questions. I am available tomorrow through Zoom from 10:30 to 10:50 if you have any questions. Have a great day.